All right, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. We want to give double honors to our apostle, who teach very well, where we learn this truth from. In citation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to preach this word and our true faith and sincerity, man. And today, man, you know, the spirit is just unrolling, man. You know, 2 people died today, man. You know, one of the Dukes of Edom and DMX, man. But it's all the spirit and power of Yahawashi working. Bible can show you can start off with Isaiah 5 and 20. You know? Because again, it's the spirit and power of Yahawashi working, but you guys just think it's just a regular old person dying, man. These people are mourning over Prince Harry. People are mourning over DMX, not knowing that's the judgment of the Lord that happened, man. You got it?
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Yes, y'all think it's evil because this guy, one of the Dukes of Edom died, man. But it's a good thing, because why, he already born in slavery, man. You got it?
It says that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And again, man, you think it's a bitter thing that DMX got put to death, man. But guess what? DMX now is in his right mind. And again, it's the spirit and power of Yahawashi that's working upon the planet Earth, man. Because again, what is this world missing? This world is missing the fear of Yahawashi, man. You don't fear Yahawashi now, you're going to fear him later when all hell breaks loose, man. But then it's going to be too late.
I got a piece of it. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof.
And again, the just Lord, Yahawashi, he's in the midst of everybody, man. The Lord, he is working every day, man. But it's up for you to see if the Lord is working, man. You have to see Yahawashi working. You got it?
Son, he will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light.
And yes, how you woke up this morning, you see a 99-year-old devil, because you look into this guy's eyes, you can see that he's a wicked individual, man. When you woke this morning, you see this 99-year-old devil who's been doing bloodshed throughout the planet Earth for his reign for 99 years. Guess when you see him get put to death, you should rejoice, man. Because that's your Yahawashi eliminating the wicked, man. Showing that the wicked is not going to achieve their enterprises, man. Because that's one of the Esau key star players, man. If you're a Duke in Esau society, you're a star player, man. You got it?
Because it says, he felleth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
He says, but the unjust knoweth no shame. You guys don't know Yahawashi. That's like I said on Friday. That's why you said about baby. You don't know baby. That's why you said about Yahawashi. You don't know Yahawashi. But you're going to get ready to know him very soon. On public show. You got it? I think that's what I want. You got it?
Oh yeah, I got this is Psalm 36. I started at 1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee.
And how the Lord is going to send the fear, man, sent by his ways of judgment, through the beasts of the field, the spirits that create vengeance, even these a tornado or earthquake, man. That's how Yahawashi show his fear upon you, man. You got it?
It said, lift up thy hand against the strange nations.
Yep, and that these strange nations come in the form of Esau, Elam, Ishmael, and even these 2 birds, man. Because they're strangers to Yahawashi. They don't know Yahawashi. That's why they get put to death. You got it?
It said, and let them see thy power. As thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
And the Lord, he is going to be magnified among them before us, man. Because why? They couldn't judgment you, man. Once you get chased by a lion down the street and we see it, we're going to say, Yahawashi did that, man.
That's right.
You know? You got it?
It says, and let them know thee as we have known thee.
And how have we known Yahawashi through judgment, man? You know? Through us going through Deuteronomy, us going on slave ships. You know, us being under the curses. That's how we got to know Yahawashi, man. You got it?
This is Psalms chapter 9 and verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executes.
So this how the Lord get his brownie points, man. This how the Lord get his fame and his name through judgment, man. Not through hugs and kisses, man. You got it?
The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands.
Yeah, in Esau, he is going to be snared in the work. Even these 2 things are going to be snared in the works of their own hands, man. Yahawashi, he's going to get ready to take a mass number of people out throughout the planet Earth, man. Public Shahoo, 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Because again, that's what's going to get ready to happen. Yahawashi, he's going to get ready to push mass judgment upon the earth. You read that again now.
Because it says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgin Selah.
Higgin Selah, man. So guess what? Esau, you're going to get trapped up in the own things that you snared, man. But again, it's going to be the spirit and power of Yahawashi pushing forth judgment, man. Throughout the whole planet Earth, man. Because again, a lot of people is going to get ready to be taken, man. You go into the word masses, you go into the word masses, it goes back into the word death, man. It's going to be a mass death throughout the planet Earth. Why? Because you people don't know the Lord. You got it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that at the latter time shall dwell in the world.
Yeah, it says many great miseries, man. You're going to the word miseries, terrible things, man. Terrible and evil things going to get ready to happen upon the planet Earth, man. And you guys are on downside into it, man. You guys are in that peaceful spirit, man. You guys are in a house of mourning when the house is burning, man. You got it?
Because they have walked in great pride.
And you guys have walked in great pride. You guys never thought that Yahawashi was coming to visit you, man. That's why you in that ain't nothing can possibly go wrong spirit, man. But one day everything's gonna go wrong. When the money crash, man, everything's gonna go wrong when you don't have no food in the house, man.
And you know, say something too. It's an actual literal pride walk. You know, they actually walk in pride. They actually have a literal pride walk. So you don't think this is the preserved time the Lord gonna display His judgments, man? You know. But I got some too real quick. 2nd Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come.
And the days shall come. That's about the days right now. This prophecy right here, man. The days shall come. Some of these days that we're living in right now. Okay.
That they which dwell upon earth.
They that dwell upon earth, they that dwell in the world too, man. You got it?
Shall be taken in a great number.
Shall be taken in a great number. And again, guys like DMX and Harry, guess what? Last week, down here in Birmingham, guys, he got shot, man. In the shootout, man. And again, things are going to get more crazier and crazier as time goes on, man. Because this is the time when Yahawashi is going to be glorified, man. And how he's going to be glorified through his judgments, man. You know? How about that? Because again, Yahawashi, he's going to start pushing forth these beasts of the fields. He's going to start pushing forth this famine. He's going to start pushing forth these different class wars, these race wars, the sedition among men. That's a part of biblical prophecy coming upon the planet Earth. You got it? Yes, sir.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. Because they have walked in great pride.
They have walked in great pride. Like I just said, it's a walk, man. Like Spirit, we just seen that guy with the wheelchair, you know? And he was proud, man. How you in a wheelchair but you still proud, man? And again, it's a walk of life. It's your mentality, man. You got it?
But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Yeah, seek out the glory of such as be like thee, man. Basically, the like men, the like-minded men who want salvation, man. You know, you got it.
For unto you is paradise open.
Yes, for us the paradise open, man. Because again, I can tell you in Psalm 91, man, evil shall be around you, but it shall not come nigh near thee, man. Because again, man, the Lord, He's going to preserve us through these perils and tribulations that's going to come upon the planet Earth. Okay.
The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared.
It's it, and the tree of life is planted, man. Because we're eating up the tree of life right now through the way of these scriptures, man. This is the way that you're going to get salvation, man. You know? And this is the thing that you should be eating off of, man. You should be eating off the spoils of Esau, man. You know?
Plenteousness is made ready. A city is built.
Yeah, that's the kingdom, man. Because that's what we're seeking. We're seeking the kingdom of heaven, man. We're not seeking the kingdom of Esau. Because why? This kingdom is temporal. You got it?
And rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
That's it, because you really can't rest in this place, man. You really can't be comfortable in the ways of America. Ask DMX Day. Even ask Bill Cosby, man.
Right.
10 years ago, those guys was all good. Even even 5 years ago, those guys would never thought they were going to be in that position. They thought they was resting, man. But the Lord reminded you that in America that you're nothing but a nigger, man. That's what you're going to be, man. You're going to be nothing but a nigger in America, man. And that's why we got to get out of here, man. Because there's a stigma of being a Jake here, man. If you're a Jake in America, of course you're going to have a stigma upon you, man. So it ain't going to be no way you're going to be able to rest here, man. The only way we're going to be able to rest is when Yahawashi come and deliver us from this wicked and evil man, which comes in the form of Esau Edom, man. You know? I got something.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, we'll start at verse 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
Yeah.
And that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice.
It's bad because it's the Spirit of the Lord going throughout the whole world. It's about these scriptures, man. The words of Yahawashi have been preached throughout the whole world. And what? Then shall the end come, man. This is the end, you know? Because the voice of Yahawashi have already declared the end from the beginning. You got it?
Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things,
That's Esau. He speaks unrighteous things. You got it?
cannot be hid.
He can't be hid. You cannot hide yourself any longer, Esau, man. You have been identified as the wicked, man. You have been identified as the antagonist of the movie, man. And the antagonist always loses. You got it?
Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him.
So when the Lord comes with vengeance, when the Lord comes as a mighty warrior, the Lord, he's not going to pass by you. Like he's just going to step by Esau and say, you can go past. No, man. Lord, he's going to have his scopes upon you, man. And that's why this guy is scrambling, man. That's why this guy, he's panicking in his time because he knows that he only have a short time before you have a shot coming, man. You got it?
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
It says inquisition, man. That's an intense investigation, man.
Right.
We're basically spiritual detectives calling the wicked out for their wicked deeds, man. You got it?
And the sound of his words shall come up unto the Lord.
Yes, and that's the judge, man, because that's going to be the ultimate judge. We're telling the judge, look what this wicked devil is doing, man. And it's going to be in due time that judge Yahawashi is going to come down and judge you, man. By the way, through his son Yahawashi, that's going to be the being, the entity that's going to make war with that beast, man. That's going to be the entity who's going to free us from the hand of this damn devil, man. Because we really can't fight against this devil straight up, especially in this flesh, man. You know, through any carnal means. You got something?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you got it.
It says, for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
This is for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. And again, we're calling you out upon all the BS that you have done upon the planet Earth. And you got away with it, man. You got away with, you got away with slavery, not X and all that BS. This time you're not going to get away with it, man. The wicked should not escape unpunished, man. The Lord, he's not going to let you slide by, pass by, or let you pass on 3 or 4 more generations. No, man. The Lord, he's going to come and judge you now. This is the time of the judgment of Edom, man. And we can see it playing before our eyes. Man, that's why the Lord said, many righteous men have desired to see that day. This beautiful days that we're coming in, man. Let's see the downfall of this damn wicked devil, man. You got
I got something.
you got it.
This is Rawchaa chapter 16 and verse 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people,
If there be one stiff neck among the people, and that's Esau, man. He's a stiff-necked, proud nigga, man. You got it?
it is a marvel if he escaped that
It's
punishment.
wild that the Lord don't kill that nigga, man. You know? Because if you don't, you're going to ask why the Lord didn't kill that nigga, man. This is the time when the Lord, he's going to put judgment upon this devil, man. Because he did escape back in the 1800s. He did escape back in the 1900s, but this is the time that was ordained from the beginning that this devil will get his judgment, man. Because not everybody people don't get away scot-free, man. Esau, he's not going to get away scot-free. He's not going to get away, what it's called, walk down the yellow brick road for like a battle word, man. That's not going to happen to him. He's going to have to get caught up for the acts that he have done upon the planet Earth, man.
It says on too, going back, this nigga ain't got away with it. Because the Lord, he commanded, don't even touch Cain. Because he was going to get Cain, man. And this devil, he got to live up to the fulfillment of Obadiah 18 verse. He got to do shit for that to come upon him, man. So like you said, the Lord allowed this man to get away with slavery, murdering and pillaging the planet Earth. He got to live up to Obadiah 18 verse, to the iniquity of the Edomites are called.
That's bad, though. That's bad, because like I said, he had to earn his reward, man. It was, like I said, it was a failure. It took decades and generations of wickedness for you to get your judgment, man. But guess how great that judgment gonna be, man.
Hey, that reminds me of a movie, Players Club. The dude in the wheelchair said, "No, I'm gonna get him myself."
Oh, yeah.
And the Lord said, "No, y'all don't make it. I'm gonna get him myself." And that's what the Lord gonna do. It's gonna be, man, Esau, you got a heavy judgment, man. I mean, heavy judgment. But it's more than this. Back in Ecclesiastes chapter 16 and verse 11, and if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure.
And that's it, because Yahawashi, he worked with 2 sides, man. He's going to forgive us, and he's going to have displeasure upon the nation of Eden. That's how it's supposed to go, man. That's how it's supposed to be, man. You know?
I got something real quick. And also it said he's going to pour out this pleasure. So this judgment that's about to come on the planet Earth is about to be overwhelming. That's why it says if the people knew not until the flood came, that flood was an overwhelming judgment. You know. So this is Rawchaa 35. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says the prayer of the humble pierces the cloud.
That's it, man, because we praying to Yahawashi. You know, and the Lord, he hear our prayers. He don't hear the prayers of Esau, man. You got it?
Yep, that's that. Yeah, I got something for that real quick, just going back to that. This is Rawchaa 34 and 24. It said, when one prayer and another curses.
Well, one prayer and another curses, man. Because if you really look at it, Esau, he is cursing us on the left-hand side, man. The accuser of our brother, man. This devil, he constantly throw up spells by the way of the music, by the way of the food he give you. He's constantly trying to throw spells and enchantments upon the nation of Israel, man. But guess what? That's when the Lord said he's going to bless those who bless thee and curse those who curse us, man. Read that again, though.
It said, when one prayer and another curses, whose voice will the Lord hear?
Whose voice will the Lord hear? He will hear the voice of the Israelites, man. He will not hear the voice of the Edomites, man. Because you're not his people, man. You know? Yeah.
All right, so back to Rawchaa 35 and 17. It says, the prayer of the humble pierces the clouds. It says, until it come nigh.
Yeah, until it happen, until our prayers be answered. You got it?
He will not be confident, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously.
Yeah, it says we will not be confident, man. So we're not going to be satisfied until this devil get out of power, man. You know, we're not going to be able to rest or basically take a breath until this devil get out of power, man. You got it?
It said, and execute judgment, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards them, till he has smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful.
In this battle, Lord, see, he's not going to be slack. So, Lord, he's not going to take it easy on Esau. Just going back and you say you pour that displeasure, man. And that's a violent act. Like when you pour out some water, it's gushing and all that. You know? The Lord, he's not going to be slack coming to the judgment of Esau. Because you didn't be slack coming to us. Bahasham, you can hold me on James 2, when it is around 4. You know what I'm saying? Have mercy and that he have not had mercy. 2 and 13. Because it's the spirit, man. This devil, he wasn't slacking to us. He wasn't slacking when he threw your bait out there, the gala bait, and when he hung you on the tree. And there was many forms of hanging, man. It was so the walk can be so long, so you just be on your tippy toes. So basically you're torturing yourself, man. How wicked can you be, man?
That's fucking wicked. This is This is James chapter 2 and verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy.
Lord gonna have judgment without mercy, man. And rightfully so, man. So because no matter how you gonna get past that first date, man. You know, you're gonna have your limbs gonna be cut off, you might be missing an eye, your ear might be bending off a little bit, you might have a hole in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna have mercy upon you, man. You got
because it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have shown no mercy.
And this devil didn't even show no mercy unto you to this day, man. Perfect example, why you eating Funkies and Fritos and Doritos, man? Right. Because this devil, he's trying to kill you on all levels, man. And it's really through the spirit and power of Yahawashi that we're not dead yet, man. Because all the chemicals that we're breathing in and all the foul things and these devil and unsavory things and this devil push out through the internet and through the TV, it's a marvel that we're not dead yet. It's the spirit and power of Yahawashi who's preserving us, man. Through all the things that's going on, man. You know? Somebody got something?
I was a little bit wrong.
Okay.
It said, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
It says that mercy rejoices against judgment because soon, right now, we're going to have mercy upon us by giving us this truth, man. But again, we're going to be rejoicing when we see this judgment of this damn devil Esau, man. What the scripture say, Rawchaa 25 and 7 says, one that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, we're going to rejoice to see the downfall of this devil, man. You know?
That's where the mercy come in at. When the judgment come forth. Until we behold righteousness. I mean, we be looking for judgment, you know, but behold obscurity.
Is it?
You know?
That's bad, because we can't wait to see this devil get judged, man. And that's because this guy, he's been beating you up for centuries. But guess what, man? Now he's going to get his ass beat.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy.
It says 9 things I judge in my heart to be happy. You got it.
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
He that lived to see the fall of his enemies. That's part of the things that make you happy, man. Imagine the big bully that been taking your lunch money on the block for since you in the 3rd grade. Imagine he get his ass get put to death, man. You're gonna be happy, man. Because now you can really eat, man. Now you can use your lunch money when it was used to be doing, man. You know, your lunch money wasn't used to give it to this man. That lunch money was used for me, man. You know, so when this guy get put to death, man, I can do what I want to do. No, I'm not like being righteous. You know what I'm saying? You know.
This First Thessalonians, excuse me, 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High.
It's a righteous thing, man. And the Lord, He's not unrighteous, man. It's a righteous thing for Yahawashi. You got it?
To recompense tribulation.
To recompense? What recompense means? Payback, man. Like James Brown said, it's the big payback, man. You know, all the things you have done to us, man, you have to pay back for that, man. It's a big tab of iniquity that these devils have built up, man. And who's going to pay for it, man? You and your forefathers, man. Why? Because you are your forefathers. You got it?
To them that trouble you.
Yeah, it's a good thing to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble us. Now, who troubled us, man? The so-called white man. And how did he trouble you, man? Look at slavery, man. Look at even the natives, man. Look what President Columbus did, man. Pouring a big thing of caramel and throwing our brothers in there, man. Just imagine that, man.
Just recent. Look at this shit that's in the
Oh,
bar.
come.
Should do a walk and talk that.
Hey, that's the spirit, though. That's the spirit, though, man.
All this shit, that's recent, man.
That's recent.
You see motherfuckers with Kangos and shit. We see the modern day outfits hanging you and shit, man.
That's it, man. And then, like I said, it ain't far-fetched, man. It ain't not far. It wasn't like it's a far time ago. Yeah. Like it was, back in King David. No, man. Your granddaddy went through this shit, man. You know? You got it.
I got, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And you put that word perpetual, it means everlasting, man. This guy, he have an everlasting hatred. You know how much this guy hates you? He didn't even want to drink in the same water fountain as you, man. And again, like I just said, you go around this little park yet, you can see it's evidence, man. It's evidence against you for the iniquity that you have done to the children of Israel, man. Read that again from the top.
It said, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end.
And again, because these devils, they go harder and harder as the days go on, man. It's not like these devils are dead up. Even in the time of slavery, the emancipation, the proclamation, which basically means a transfer of the slaves, they even got hard on you, man. Because back then it was a physical slavery, but now it's more of a mental slavery, man. Which that's a bigger chain upon you, man. If somebody got your mind, then they got you. You know what I'm saying? If I control how the way you think, then, you know, I control you, man.
Hey, it's following.
Yeah. If I control the way you think, I control you.
That's why these devils, they got these guys, little Nas X out here, you know what I'm saying? Cardi B and stuff. They control how the way you think, man, through the different media and the enchantments that they push about the planet Earth, man.
Government. That's why you got all the legislation. That's why it's instinct now to stop at a red light. Because that's the government. They, you know what I mean? That's part of the mind control. That's the mind control. You know?
Back in Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 6, it says, therefore as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
And as bad, the Lord said he will prepare thee unto blood, which means it went. It was already perfect. So the judgment of, you know what I'm saying? The judgment of Revelation 13 and 9 and 10, that was perfect in the beginning, man. You got it?
Because it says, and blood shall pursue thee.
Blood shall pursue thee. So the judgment of Yahawashi is chasing after the devil, man. You got it?
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue you. Because you love the bloodshed of the black Latinos and Native Americans. You love it so much you even drink it, man. That's how crazy that you do. You guys don't really know how deep the rabbit hole goes with the wickedness of Esau. The Lord called this nigga wicked. What does that mean? That means that the Lord was out. No, the Lord was spot on with that, man. You got it?
Back to Rawchaa 35 and 18. will mighty be patient towards them, till he has smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful,
Yeah. Until he destroy you and put judgment upon you. You got it?
and repay vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud.
Yeah. And again, it said to pay back, man. To repay, man. So you're going to have to pay back for all the proud and treacherous acts that you have done upon the planet Earth, man. Again, you're not going to get away with it. You got it?
It said, and broken the scepters of the unrighteous, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds.
No, yeah, render every man according to his deed. Basically, I seen a man sow iniquity and apply mischief, and he shall reap the same, man.
Yep.
You have reaped bloodshed and murder and slavery upon the planet Earth, and you're going to have to reap the same thing. You got it?
It says, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people.
Until he have judged the cause of his people, which means what? The Lord, he's defending Jerusalem, man. He's defending the elect of his people, man. You got it?
It said, and made them to rejoice in his mercy.
It says, made them to rejoice in his mercy, man. So we want to rejoice when the Lord have mercy upon us. You got it? Where you at? Yeah, read it one more time. Read it one more time.
Yeah, this is, I started at 19 again, Sirach 35:19. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Hey, and going back, and what if that mercy gonna come by the way of us getting his truth? But that message entails of this man getting his judgment, man. That soon payback is coming, man. You know, that's their mercy right there. It's this truth, but when it comes to this truth, it's the report. We finna get out of this place. And the same nigga that bound you, we gonna bound him now. The same nigga that beat our ass, we gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, that was Yahawashi said, I give you good gospel. That's good news, man. That's the good news. Morning, the guy that have been beating your ass, it's good news to know that you're going to be his ass now, man. You know?
Matter of fact, one more. It says, mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction.
Yeah, it says, mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, man. If you living good, and you don't need no mercy, man. You know? Yeah.
It said, as the clouds of rain in the time of drought.
As clouds of rain in the time of drought, man. That remind me of Lazarus and the rich man. You know what I'm saying? He said, can you just give me a piece of water so I can put on my tongue?
Hey, that's Ezekiel 37. Because that was the mercy of the Lord right there when who rose back from the dead. It was the same nigga that put us to death. He saw evil. But the Lord brought us to life by the way of the new heaven. Dodging from above. Yeah, that's it. But that's the mercy. You know, but it also entails this man getting judged. He saw evil. So-called white.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
It's bad. It says, he that doeth wrong shall receive wrong that we have done. So I mean, what? You're not going to get away with it, man. If you did something wicked, you think the Lord ain't going to pay you back for it? Again, nobody is escaping unpunished, man. Read that again, man.
But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
Yep.
And there is no respect of person.
Yes, so it's not like the Lord going to have respect upon the Edomite, man. You can't have respect, especially upon the Edomite, man. Because again, this devil, he's never going to learn. You know? That's show favor to the wicked, yet shall he not learn righteousness, man. So Lord, he's not going to have mercy, or he's not going to have respect upon you, man. Especially for all the wicked and treacherous acts that you have pushed out throughout the planet Earth, man. You know? So I would shout at somebody give me Job 4, like, hey, you got it, bro. That's it.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 22. One of the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Yeah, and that's Esau, man. He was the vessel of wrath that was fitted unto destruction, man. And that's the same thing with America. America is the vessel that was sent for Yahawashi to destroy, man. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah was set up for the Lord to destroy, America was set up for the Lord to destroy, man. Because the same thing that's going on here today in America was the same thing that was going on back then in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You know, you have little 8-year-olds dressing up as a damn woman. How bad can this place get, man?
Hey, that's why this we in the people. It upholding all the customs of these former kingdoms, man. And within that, just going back to Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Nineveh, Babylon, they all came with a judgment as well. That's why this place, Babylon the Great is going to suffer the greatest judgment.
Right.
Because it's going to be all put into one.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
It's exciting to go. That was example.
That was an example.
So imagine when the real thing goes on, man.
No, I was in the
Got it told.
You got it. Oh, okay, come.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness.
That's Esau. He plowed iniquity, he sowed wickedness. And how he did that, that's how he got his come up, man. We're saying Sirach 10 through unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got up, man. You know, through bloodshed and murder. And that's the same way that you're going to go down. The same steps that you have got to go up, they're going to be the same steps you're going to hit going down, man. Look at your brain. This devil, he fell going up the stairs, man. So look how far he going to go. So look how hard he going to fall when he go down the stairs, man. You got it.
Reap the same.
Yeah, you're going to reap the same, man. You know? Is it on there? Go down. Psalm 129. Sorry. Yeah, go.
God, this is Psalm 129 and 1. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth.
Yes, many a time they afflicted us from my youth, man. Even, you know, if you go back into back in the day, in the time of the Babylonian, remember, oh Lord, the children of Eden. Yeah. And if you can go back to today when you were born this morning time, man, you have been afflicted from this devil from your youth, man. You go outside and see these devils looking at you sideways, man. You know, you 3 years old, these devils calling you a nigga or some shit, man. You know? You got it.
It says, make Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they had not prevailed against me.
And that's the beautiful thing, man, because even though you afflict us, you whip my backs and all that, you're still not going to prevail, man. Because it's going to be Yahawashi that's going to jump in our behalf. You got it?
It says, the plowers plow upon my back.
Yes, and that's going back to slavery, man. They hit you, that continuous stroke, they beat you on your back, man. They beat on your back, they do the 30 bills, man. You know, through the loans and this, that, and that. You having diabetes, man. You have to go take a pill for your kidney. That pill for your kidney, now you got to take something for your liver. Now your intestines messed up. Now your stomach line is messed up. That's that continuous stroke. Those cords, they're beating on your back, man. You know, all on top of that, you eat McDonald's, man. You destroying yourself.
Damn.
It said they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous. He have cut asunder the cords of the wicked.
And that's the beautiful thing, because soon Yahawashi, he will cut down this damn devil, man. He's going to bring this devil down to the base, man, and rightfully so. Because this long, rigorous rulership, Lord, he's going to cut it suddenly, man. You know, this thing that you have been ruling, even back to the Roman Empire, it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. Yeah?
It said, let them be all confounded and turn back.
Yeah, you're going to be confounded and turn back, man. That's why you're going to pervert your ways, man. Yahawashi, he's going to bring you down. You thought you was going this way, but you're really going to go into the way of devil, because that's the way that the Lord ordained you for, man. You got it?
It said, let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass.
Let them be as the grass, you got it?
Upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up.
That's bad. And Lord, he's going to wither you before you grow up, man. That's why I say, when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord's going to cast you down, man. And that's playing right before our eyes, because you're going to see the desperation of this new world order, man. You know, you're going to see the desperation of this devil very soon, man. You got to read it again.
It says, let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up.
It said it was wither before it even grow up, man. So the Lord is making this devil wither right before our eyes, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man. It said many righteous men have desired to see this day, to see the fall of our enemies, man. You know?
Yeah. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
It's just this pride is hateful for the Most High and man. Now, who's the most pride individual upon the planet Earth, man? Esau is. He's so pride. And he's going to try to fight against our Lord, man. He's going to try to fight against Yahawashi, man, who you people ignorantly call Jesus, man. Right. But that's how crazy that this devil is. When our Lord comes, this devil is going to try to fight against him. That's how proud he is, man. You're going to try to fight against the divine being, man. What you going to lose?
It says, and by both doeth one commit iniquity.
It says, by both the one commit iniquity, man. So Esau, he's full of iniquity because why? He's full of pride. You got it?
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
And You got it?
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's how that's the basically the solution, man. They take the kingdom from this devil hand and to put it into people that it was profitable for, man. Because this devil, he's now fit to unruly. That's what this guy said, the gods of Egypt, man. Now he tried to put the guy in his son, man. He took out his eyes and said, man, you fit the unruly, and he killed him, man. Because why? He wasn't a true ruler, man. He had the people in the region, man. The people were suffering under his rule, man. And the guy who had the power, he really seen and said, hey, you can't do this, man. Let me do it, you know? You got something?
You got it.
You got something?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Yes, the pride of your heart to see you tricked yourself, man. You really thought you was that bad. You thought those AKs and weapons that the Lord gave you, you thought it was that bad for you to fight against the Lord? Read it again, you know?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Yeah, you guys dwell on high, man. You know, even though you're dwelling on high and you looking at everybody else, you don't think nobody can bring you down? You got it.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Basically saying, who's going to take me out of rulership, man? Who's going to take this kingdom away from me? Guess who's going to do that? Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You got it?
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Yeah, don't you exalt yourself as the eagle? Yes, the eagle is the most high-flying bird, but guess what? The eagle is the most dirty bird, man. An eagle is a bird without any morals, man. And when you go into the characteristics of the eagle, he's selfish. You know, he's covetous. He's bloodthirsty. He don't give an honest living. That's basically the mascot of Esau, man, and it rightfully fits him. Yeah.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Can you set your nest among the stars? When you go into the word nest, it means place for storing weapons, man. And they do have weapons up there in the space station. You think those different satellites? Them more than satellites, man. Them guns and all that, man. You got it?
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
This is the Lord bring you down, man. You was exalted, you was living all good. But guess what? The Lord, he's going to bring you down to the ground, man. He's going to abase you, man. Because he's the one that rose you up, but he's going to be the same power that brought you down like us. The Lord, he's the power that brought us down, but guess what? He's going to be the same power that bring us up, man. You know? Yeah.
God, this is Isaiah 1:7-1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
It says, come down and sit in the dust of virgin daughter of Babylon. And that's talking about America, man. This is come up there, exalted state, their high throne, come down and sit in the dust, which basically represents confusion, man. Sit in the low level, man. You got it?
Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, man. Sit on the floor. You're not sitting on a chair no more, you sit on the floor, man. Because your throne is all wiped out, man. You know? It ain't no more chairs for you, man. The only chairs for rulership is chairs for the elect. The chairs of the Israelites, man. You got it?
He says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt be called no more tender and delicate.
Yeah, you're not called America the Beautiful no more, man. You call America the harlot, man.
That's right.
You know? Everybody realize that you're full of BS, man. You once was a beautiful woman, but now you're a degraded woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Because why? The thing that this place was worked out for the planet Earth, man. You know? You got it. There was it on there?
You know?
I got you. It's Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Yeah, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, man. The Lord, he's going to bring down your kingdom, and when you go into the grave, you're being buried, man. Face is going to be dead. It's not going to be resurrected, man. You know? Read that again, huh?
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
That's bad, man, because it's decomposition, man. The Lord, he's decomposing you, man. And that's through the Spirit, because that's a process, man.
That's the wilderness.
That's the wilderness, yeah.
That's the wilderness. Yep. The strength is being taken away. Oh, it tells you that in Isaiah 24, the heart of people languish. That means to grow feeble. You know? So, like it just said, what it says?
It says, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
See, so that lets you know, that lets you know you in the later stage in the decomposition.
Yeah.
You got the worms all over you.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been a minute since you did that guy out there.
Yeah. Been dead for a minute.
Yeah, you been dead for a minute. You got worms all over. But that's, like I said, that's the state of this devil. And it's playing out through America. You see the state of America that's the system as a whole. Because it's the head. So once you cut the head off, everything else.
And that's so cold. But it's true.
Yep.
You know, and we just now seeing the process of this body dying in the last little stages of it.
Yep.
And the Lord had opened us up right there in the end.
Motherfucker brain cells starting to die out. That's why his wisdom gone.
Ooh,
You can't get brain cells back.
Yeah.
This nigga finished, man.
Good.
It's like you got something.
Back in Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Yeah, how are you falling from heaven? That is out to state, man.
That's right.
You know, and getting that Lucifer mean light bearer. That what you just said. He losing his wisdom, man. His brain says it's decomposed. He can't think quick no more, man. He's losing his wits, man. You know? You got it.
Come, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
Yeah, you brought down to the ground. Yahawashi, he's going to abase you, man. You got it?
Which did weaken the nations.
Which did, because he was the guy that was on the block. He was the guy that had the juice throughout the planet Earth, man. But like the scriptures say, you have become weak as like unto we, man. Everybody, it's a level playing field for everybody, man. You know? You got it, huh?
Come, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
And that's how these devils do, man. These devils got these different space stations. And it's also talking about they're high-minded, man. These devils, they're high-minded, man. These devils don't never think that they're going to go down, man. That's why they think they're the Most High. Read that again, you know.
Come, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, and that what this nigga, he think that somehow, some way, he gonna trump us dealing with the birthright. Because he gonna set his throne above the stuff. This nigga, he really think he gonna somehow, Esau still gonna be on top at the end of the day. This when you go into it, this is the thoughts of this nigga, man. And you seeing it play out now through his laws, his legislation, his media, the rhetoric he pushed for. This is the thoughts of Esau, man. And what it entails him being high mind, him not losing. He can't lose going to him. Because what it tells him losing. Nobody rich man said, no, I got a better way to get this message across. We got it. I know I ain't gonna miss it across the Protestant. Let me tell her, I know they gonna put this.
You got a rainbow?
Yeah. But guess what? The Lord did that though. So the nigga ain't got no excuse.
Esau, he hard-headed, man. Because he's Esau that misery love company. If I can't have it, nobody can. That's how he is, man. He's a little child. He's in that's mind spirit. If you don't let him get it, he's gonna kill you, man. You know? You got it.
Good. Back in Isaiah 14:14, I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High.
That's what these devils are really trying to do by pushing out that chip, man. But again, let me tell you that in Ezekiel 28, you're gonna know yourself what to be, what it means, man. And that's again, because this devil ain't nothing special about Esau except his wickedness, man. Ain't nothing special about this damn devil, man.
That's right,
You know? Because people think Esau, he's the guy, he's this, man. Ain't nothing special about him, man. He still gotta use the bathroom, he still have to eat every day, man. Ain't nothing special, he's just a damn human, man. A wicked human at that, man. You know? You got someone on it?
Yeah, good. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Yeah, shall you be brought down to heaven? It's gonna be a realization then. You gonna realize that you're nothing but a man. You know? Because if you go back to Nero and Tiberius and all of them niggas declared themselves gods, man. But guess what? You didn't declare yourself a god when you end up killing yourself, man. You end up dying. If you was a god, why you ain't living forever, man? You got it.
It says, to the sides of the pit. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
It says, they that see thee shall never look upon thee. So everybody see he's on his true form, you know, you got it.
And consider thee saying, is this the man?
Is this the guy? How? You know, how is this guy, man? You know, that's why like Ecclesiastes 10, that's the L from the root. How the hell this nigga get up there, man? You know? You got it.
It says, so like it says, and they that shall narrowly, okay, come. It says, yeah, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdom.
Yeah, and that's the spirit, man. Because how did this guy be able to do that? And that's how you know it was the spirit of Yahawashi that made this devil do this, man. Because again, you go into dark ages, when this devil was just in obscurity, you know, this devil, he was walking, you know, caveman. He went from a caveman to king. You watch that
For real,
yeah.
man. Dragging knuckles, man. Like, for real, man.
Yeah.
Knuckle drag eater.
Knuckle drag eater, man.
Ain't what it is.
But that also shows the power of the Lord.
That's it. That's it.
He'll put whoever he wanted in power.
Yeah. And that's why he's ready to be filled, man. Because the love for this guy, and he did it for a reason. It was better than blood. He had a mission, man. And Esau, he fulfilling that mission like a mug, man. You know. You got something on that?
No, listen,
You got something?
Yeah, just going back to pretty much this nigga, man, he pretty much you got hell coming. This is Job chapter 27, and I start at verse 19. It says, the rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered.
That rich man lashes, man. He shall lie, he shall die, and he shall not be gathered. You got it.
It says, he opened up his eyes and he is not.
He opened his eyes and he is not, man. So you're going to realize that you're not an Israelite, man. You're going to realize that you're not the chosen people. You're going to realize that you was meant to be a slave. You got something?
I just said that he came to the realization. Lazarus rich man. He opened his eyes, he lifted up his eyes and he was you know?
And that was reality going to hit his face. You're going to see some chains and getting the plowshare, man. You know? A shovel, you know? That's what you're going to realize. Oh.
You know it's real now. I'm seeing them flags. Because he don't see no shovel, he don't see them hands. You see them flags, you know it's going to get real.
That's bad, though, man. That's what you were meant to do, Esau. You know? You're going to have one arm. You go back to the down.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
Yeah. And that's how Esau, he's a robber, he's a thief, man. Scripture says, John 10:10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy, man. And that's the agenda of this devil since day one, since he was Cain. Why did Cain kill Abel, man? Because he was a thief. It was all a part of his MO, man, to be a bloodshed and murder. You got it?
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Would they not have stolen till they had enough, man? That's a covetous man. If this devil got something, if you got something that this devil wants, guess what he's going to do? He's going to come to you, he's going to act like he's your friend, ultimately, he's going to stab you in your back, man. Then he's going to take your shit. You got it?
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
And that's how he's going to do. He's not going to leave you. He'll steal your house and leave, and he'll steal your toilet tissue, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll rip your house, he'll steal your refrigerator, everything. And he won't even leave you nothing. He won't even leave you a bed shed to sleep on the floor, man. You got it?
How are the things of Esau searched out?
How are the things that Esau searched out? Through the prophets, man. Because we're searching out and scrutinizing this devil, just like I brought out earlier, man. Their inquisition shall be made on the wicked, man. You know? You got it?
How are his hidden things sought up?
And his hidden things are sought up through the prophets, man. We are exposing this devil on all levels, man. Since then shall they be hewed down by the prophets, and then shall the wicked be revealed, who the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. It shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's how Esau plans is getting forward through the prophets out here declaring his downfall, man. And declaring his plans also, man. You know, like Elisha said, we know the things that's going on into the king's bedchamber, man. The intimate thoughts of Esau is being planned out, man. And how do we know the intimate thoughts of Esau? Through the scriptures, man. You got it.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yes, it's the men that was at peace with thee shall deceive thee. That's going to be happening on very soon, man. Because again, these different nations are going to get ready to hate the whore, man. They already hate the whore now on a whole level. They're just going to come out with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got it. And we seen that a couple years ago in France, man. This guy, Trump, he buzzed up into the front. Everybody like, who this nigga is, man? And in the next year, they said this nigga Trump was the guy. He was the next. The next year, Trump was the guy that was on. He was by himself, man. They were roasting this nigga, man. That's how you know he done, man. You got it.
And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. There is none understanding in him.
They say there's no understanding in Esau, man. Because why? Yahawashi had broken his devil down. That's part of that withering, man. Though he have punched you, he have jabbed you, but now you feeling the effects, man. You know, now you crumbling. Yeah.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahawashi, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
And he did that right now, man. His damn devils is playing, it's spoiling, man. This Crown 19 thing, a lot of people just died from it, and the information is just going out there, man. But guess what, man? This devil still is trying to go on it. But again, read that again. It says he's going to spoil the plans of Esau, man. By what? Taking out his wise men. Okay.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Yep.
And understanding out of the mount of Esau?
And that's what the Lord is doing out. He's taking out your understanding, man. He's taking out the things that you thought you was having, man. You thought you had it right with this crown pandemic. It would have worked back in 2005, but it won't work now, man. You know? Because that's the spirit and power of Yahawashi now outside putting you guys in straight, man.
Oh, can I say something too real quick? What I read back in Book of Psalm 7, how the spirit of the Lord filleth the world. Now the unrighteous speaker, he can't be here now. It's like now it's light all over the room.
Yeah.
Now you see that stain on this nigga.
Yeah.
Or whoever stole the blood on his hand, it was that nigga. It's Esau now. You know, so like I said, his plans are being frustrated because now we're at the height of information. This is what kept this nigga's nose above water was deception. And that's why you see now he's leaning more toward the sword. That's why now it's just on ABC, they talking about the military.
That's it.
Because that's what he got to go to now.
Yeah.
You know?
There's the Department of Defense.
Yep.
Those are going to be the people that's going to be handing out the jobs, man. You have something?
Yeah, real quick. This Isaiah chapter 45, it's like Isaiah 44 and verse 25. It says they frustrated the tokens of the liars.
And that's bad. The Lord, he's going to frustrate the tokens of the liars, so the plans and the things you had planned for the children of Israel to cut them off, kill us, or jab up, or do anything, man.
Yeah.
The evil thing you had planned for us, the Lord, he's going to frustrate it, man. You got it?
And I said, what frustrated the liar? True. Tell the truth. If a nigga said nobody didn't steal it, and I say, yes you did, I seen you.
Yeah.
He gonna hate you for that. He gonna disappoint. Now he clutching on the scrap. Now you said what again? That would have pointed again to.
Yeah.
Because frustration to a liar is true.
Yeah.
You know? It says, and make of diviners mad that turn of wise men backwards and make of their knowledge foolish. Also, like I said, they being turned backwards. You know, just going back like 2007 when the apostles came on the scene, pretty much they were trying to push that agenda of the chip upon you. Push that upon you, but when the apostles came on there, go back to the drawing board and say, how can we present this to? Because they got to go to the chip.
Yeah.
That's the end all be all. They try to go through any other avenue, but it's still it equals all the way back to the chip.
That's their money.
Yeah,
that's something they have to do, man.
Yeah, they gotta do it.
They gotta do it.
Because the scripture said they're gonna do it. It tells you that his word, it tells you about the intents of the heart. And like you said, the intents of the heart is Esau written within the scriptures. You can go to Wisdom Psalm, the 2nd chapter. Wisdom Psalm 2. What is it? Psalm 64. All those Illuminati scriptures, man.
Psalm 53.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
They take the crafty counsel.
Yeah.
Again, that's the spirit of power you have about Yahawashi. Showing you, like the Lord showing you, this is your enemies, and this is what they want to do to you, man. Because that's really just summed up. Like the Lord, he ain't got to go see every immense detail and stuff like that. The Lord just summed it up, man. This nigga hates you and he want to kill you, man. And he's not going to be satisfied until he shed blood. You know? Got some more?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name.
And that's bad because it's going to be
destroy them which destroys the earth.
And that's going to be of the wicked, man, destruction, man. And that's what rightfully he deserved, man, because he pushed out destruction. Guess what? He's going to get back destruction, man. You know? If I invest in silver, I'm investing for a silver investment to come back, man. I'm not investing for gold. If I invest for gold, I invest gold to come back. And if silver come back into me, I'm going to be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, he invests in destruction. So guess what? His destruction is going to get him. You know? That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out.
Yes, the light of the wicked shall be put out his wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, back in the 1950s and even like Hurricane Katrina, guess what? You can get somebody with that trick, man. But right now, in this new modern day age, with this alternative media and the internet out there, you can't get away with things, man. You can't get away with the treacherous acts you do across the whole world. Because you're going to get called out upon it, man. Because again, these Edomites on trial. I know Yahawashi, he did that video yesterday about those Edomites talking about that white privilege. You know what I'm saying? These devils are on trial, man, and they feel it, man. You know? Yeah.
And the spark of his fire shall not shine.
Yes, America is not on fire no more, man. It's really truly the valley of the shadow of death, man. It's a dark place, man. It's literally is now because even these Teamanites can't think of nothing new, man. That's why they have a Toy Story 5. You know? But I don't.
For real.
I know they got like 12 Fast and Furious though. They got like 12 Fast and Furious.
With branches off of that.
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw.
They got like 15 movies on.
Yeah, even Godzilla, man. How many Godzilla movies you gonna make? Same shit. Somebody gonna be a big monster. You know, it's the same story all over again. That's the part that wisdom running out of 10, man. Even the entertainment, man. You know? You gotta know. That's why a lot of things be remixes and shit like that, man.
I get this right quick. You got this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in teeming?
Is wisdom no more in teeming? You got it.
Is counsel perished from the prudent?
And the answer late is yes, because it's question mark, right? Yeah, is counsel perished from the prudent? The answer is yes. How we know that? Because you have 4 remnants to one song, and then you have 4 remnants to one movie, man. You coming up with the same shit, man. You know? You got it.
It says, is their wisdom vanished?
Yeah, their wisdom is vanishing, man. Because you just come up with shit you did back in the old time. You got it?
I'm going to jump down to verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret place.
And that's bad because the part of the Lord makes you bare is him taking away your wisdom, man. Because wisdom is a covering. Wisdom is a protection. It tells you that wisdom shall preserve thee. You know, and knowledge shall keep thee. So if you don't have wisdom and knowledge, then what you got? You ain't got nothing, man.
Wisdom is a defense.
That's it.
That's actually the greatest defense.
That's it.
That's why I said the excellency of wisdom. So wisdom is that's the greatest form of defense.
It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yes, he's not going to be able to hide himself, man. Why he's not be able to hide himself? Because the prophets are out here telling him, man. We're identifying the devil. Like I said, the lights is cut on, and his blood's on his devil's hand. His blood's on his garment. He have gold, a trail of gold is found out his pocket. But he's saying he didn't do it, man. You know? You got something?
It's a little bit part that says, his seed is spoiled, and his brother, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yes, man. Because again, man, you might as well live it up now, man. Because tell them, when we get to you, you know what I'm saying? When we get to you, man, you might as well live this kingdom up right now, man. You might as well take the spoils, go skydive and max out your credit card and everything, man. Because guess what? Very soon, you're not going to be able to kick back in the building no more, man. You know?
I can say something too, like that. He is not, because this nigga, they said it was centuries in the making, this nigga trying to accomplish this agenda. He went through all these presidents and governors, he passed all these different laws, legislations, but it's gonna come to no avail, man. That's why I said his children are spoiled. This is the time where all this planning and shit, he ended up getting fucked up. Yeah,
that's made.
that's it.
Guess what?
I got a precept real quick, matter of fact. Sirach 19 and 19, 22, so like Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
That's bad. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom because this devil, he have knowledge on the left hand side, man. You know these different witches and warlocks. Wickedness is not wisdom, man. It's not the true wisdom and knowledge of Yahawashi, man. That's why you go back to Moses and Aaron. They had that one serpent that ate up those 2 Egyptian serpents, man. Why? Because those 2 Egyptian serpents was on that left-handed energy, man. And that's the energy that America runs on, that left-handed side, man. You got it?
Yeah, it said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Yes, they was. You got it.
Oh no, you got it.
It says in the counsel of sinners prudence, man. So it's not no prudence in the counsel of Esau, man. You're dumb. Actually, you actually are a fool. It's a fool for you to try to fight against Yahawashi, even fight against us, man. Because like it says, if you fight against us, you fight against Yahawashi. We say, you fight against them, you instantly fight against the Lord, man. That's what these devils doing in a roundabout way, man. You know?
It said at any time, because you know, you hear that saying, these devils was able to run circles. Now he did it. Through his own counsel, he did it. He ended up lying to himself. Because now you got these Edomites, they actually believe they're like these Amalekites, you got some that actually believe they Israelites. You got these devils, they actually believe they own life now. So these niggas did it off their own counsel, man. He was running circles and he did it now.
He tricked himself.
Yeah, that's it.
Start.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Yep.
This is, I got Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Now, who hand are we in today, man? If Yahawashi come today right now, who hand will we be in? Check your social security number, man. You know, that's who hand you in, man. Because again, these different bankers, they own you through the way of these social security numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, these devils, they stole us. How did they steal us? By taking us from the western side of Africa and various parts of the planet Earth and bringing us over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That was basically the paddy wagon to this jail cell that we in, man. But at the same time, Lord, he's going to find us over this place. And when it says, whoever find him, whoever steals the man and find his hands, the Lord shall kill him, man. Right. So basically, the Lord, he's getting ready to cut off and kill this thief, which comes in the form of Esau Edom, man. You know?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah, just go ahead and say, he that leads in captivity, who led us in captivity? When you go into these different, you can just Google it. Who you see that's telling the person with the yokes of iron on their neck where to go?
Yeah.
Who the one that's got their hand caught back with the whip?
Right.
Some called white man, you Edomites, man. You know, and you other nations had a far now downfall as well. You know to this day, by selling us cigarettes or sesame cat, man. So all you devils gonna get it, man. All you other nations, but this Esau Edom the one that helped forward the affliction. He's the nigga that this is the worst captivity ever, man. You know, this is the worst captivity ever, man. You know, so he that leads to captivity said go to captivity. So you the first one that's gonna go to captivity. You got it.
It says, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And that lets you know Esau, that blessing was really a snare, man. That was actually, Isaac put a curse on that nigga when he told him he gonna live by the sword. That was really a curse, man. Because matter of fact, get something we forget St. Matthew 26 and like 51. It's like because this had this power, but that's gonna be the very same thing that overthrow him. To gather together for what? They even have councils on waging war. But that's gonna be the very same thing that's gonna take them out. You know, you got that Matthew 26. This is like,
This is Matthew 26 to 51. And behold, one of them
just the point 52 slide.
Matthew 26 52. Then said Yahawashi unto him.
So this Yahawashi. So hey, man, Yahawashi know what he's doing, man. I tell you, it scriptures outlined throughout the scriptures. Yahawashi knowing all things. That wasn't just in that time, man. Because when he, matter of fact, just sing y'all.
It says, then said Yahawashi unto him, put up again thy sword into his place. For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
See, so if you take the sword, meaning what? Because when you go into it, Peter's his first reaction was to go with the sword. When he seen the military coming, seen the band of soldiers, the first thing he did was grab the sword. Which that's Esau on all levels. If you just tell him, no, I don't want to have homosexuals in my country, he's getting the sword. Just if you saying no, he grabbing the sword. But just going back, you taking the sword, you're going to perish with the sword. If that's your, oh, you got something? You got it. Oh, all right, we're going to get right in there. You got it.
This Matthew, it's like this Psalm 7, verse 13.
Yep.
It says, matter of fact, it's like Psalm 7:15. He hath made a pit and digged it, and is falling into the ditch which he made.
And yeah, so the same thing this devil is trying to do, which it tells you that a person shall rise and not rise 6 times. That's what he's trying to do. This is like you got something in your hand and you stop and you try to re-grip it. That's what he's trying to do. That's why it's called a great reset. He's trying to have a full control of the people by giving you the chip. But not knowing that he's going to be the first fruits of slave. This nigga, he's going to fall into that pit that he's doing. You know, which is the pit of captivity. Yeah.
It says his mischief shall return upon his own head.
So his mischief is going to return upon his own head. You got it.
And his violent dealing shall come down upon his own weight.
And how does violence play out? You need an instrument for violence, which is the sword. With violence, you need a tool for violence. I mean, you can get violent with your hands, but Esau, the tool for violence is the sword. But that blessing that he asked for was really a curse. I had to put a curse on that nigga. Right? That's why, matter of fact, you, okay, come.
This is Genesis chapter 9 and verse 6. Whoso shed of man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
See, so blood for blood, man. You know, when this man Cain murdered Abel, man. You know, Esau tried to murder Jacob, man. And as you see now, you see this devil on this murderous rampage now. He ain't killing us, he's murdering us, man. You know, but it said it's blood for blood, man. You gotta go out.
For in the image of the powers made he man.
Yep, see? So that lets you know it was a certain system that you had to go by. You know? And this nigga, he wasn't didn't go by that system. But you can go back to that Revelation.
Come. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So that's reserved for you Edomites, man. And as well as you other nations. You going to slavery, man. I mean, that's how it always been. With every kingdom you had subjects. It don't change. Just because it say slave, just saying employee. That means, you know, but you other nations going back to slavery, especially Edomites. You got it?
And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So that's mandatory. But that was Esau's blessing though. So it's mandatory he got to go too though, man. So that blessing that this man had was really a curse. Because that was going to have him being taken out of earth. Oh, we going to, if you read about the kingdom, it's going to tell you, we're going to be burning swords and getting rid of the weapons. That's what I'm talking about Esau's. He a weapon. He is the sword. Let me tell you, disappoint him, which is thy sword. They said from men, which is thy hand. That was talking about the Edomites, man. So they're gonna get exterminated as well with the weapons, you know.
It says, here is the patience and faith of the saints.
So that's what the saints is looking forward to, man. Rounding you niggas up and get pretty much payback, man. Oh, it tells you that on Psalm 149. This is the honor of his saints, man. To able to get the same niggas that has laws, legislation that actually funded the slave trade. You actually get niggas that actually put you in the bridge, man. You know? But I know I had some real quick. You got it.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. What nation has not had a part in her kingdom?
Yep. So what nation had a part in her kingdom, man? You got it.
And God of her spoil.
And God of her spoil. So that's why you see now these other nations flock to America to get off. But they really, it ain't like they put them in a strategic spot. They put them where take it to get off. Oh, the dogs came. Matter of fact, somebody get that St. Luke, what is it, 16? So read that again. Now that's bad.
This is the book of First Maccabees.
And this is dealing with the Greek Empire, which is the Edomites. This is always been, every time these niggas is in rulership, man, there's always some of these Edomites, man. You know, there's always some sick with these Edomites. You know, you got it.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. What nation have not a part in her kingdom?
So what nation has not a part in her kingdom? Because it was already set up until he equal unto him all nations. And gather unto him all, all people. So it was already decreed that you had to come under his banner anyway. But even in that, he spruced it up for you. He said, you know what, I'm going to put you in a spot where you can get off on the children of Israel. Matter of fact, get that. I've been on St. Luke 16.
This is the book of St. Luke 16, and verse 21. It says, it's like St. Luke 16, verse 20. It says, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate.
Which was laid at his gate.
Full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
See, so because our people, we just want relief, man. Tell you, we full of sores. We laid it down. We conceded. You know what I mean? You crumbs, man. You know? We just want that just a dip of water on our tongue, man. You know? You got it.
It says, moreover,
it wasn't like you, that wasn't bad enough. Moreover, you got it.
The dogs came and licked his sores.
So these other nations, they got there capitalized on what's good. You got damn Israelites selling Pacific and shit, man. You got it.
Zechariah 1 and 15. And I am very so displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased.
See, so the Lord just a little displeased, you got it.
And they helped for the affliction.
So they helped for the affliction. So pretty much on all sides, these nations conspired to overthrow us, man. And they all in on it. But who spearheaded the council? Who would benefit the most on our overthrow?
Esau.
Who else, man? Come on. When you go into the Psalms 83, they crafty council. Somebody had to set that up, though. It wasn't like they all came in the same spot at the same time and said, damn, how we be? No, Esau brought that all. That's why you got the UN, you know. You got these different, these summit meetings.
Yeah.
Who is bringing up these councils? Who the one that spearhead? You got it.
I got that
That's
for
it.
you.
Yep.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2.
Yep.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Thine enemies.
and they that hate me have lifted up their head.
Ooh, oh, and that lets you know that's Esau evil. This nigga proud. Hey, it tells you they shoot at us without fear. It's proud as hell. You know we the Lord's people. And you say, you know what, I'm gonna test that theory out. You know? But they have lifted up their head, you got it.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against our people. But like you say, when you go into it, it's a list of nations. But it had to be somebody to spearhead that council, man. It had to be somebody to call those nations together.
Yeah.
You know, you got it out.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Woo! See, and even in that, somebody was motivated and came to that conclusion, this is the only way.
Yeah.
Not just beat their ass and just subdue them. We gotta cut them off from being a nation.
And you let them know who they are.
You don't even know who they is.
Hey.
Who else would benefit from that?
Yeah.
But Esau, even so-called white man, oh, what's that dealing with the birthright and all that? See, he understands it.
Yeah.
This nigga even, just like how we had got the birthright, we dressed like him,
Yeah.
smelling like outside and shit.
Yeah.
Now he trying to dress like us, so to speak. He trying to put on our custom, which he is watered down. He's all defiled and wicked.
Yeah.
But he trying to put on our face and say he Jacob. Because he understands that what the word right entails. And he understands what the curse of Edom entails. The curse of Cain. You know, you gotta know it. But it said they have consulted crafty counsel. It was Esau that spearheaded it. You got it, right?
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Read that again.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Woo, see? Which that's what they actually they did that by spiritually by, like I said, taking out nationality away. They actually beat it out of us, man. You know, didn't know who we were. This nigga gave us a culture. This nigga actually gave us BT, KFC, and joints, man. You know? That was the so-called white man that did that, man. Because he understands who the carriers of the birthright is. And knowing that, you take the name out of it, we don't know, we ain't got an ID to inherit the kingdom. It's going to automatically go to him. He understands it. And he's literally trying to do it. Oh, you got funions, you got a gravy core in your hood, man. This nigga trying to
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
See? Because them the niggas that called it up, man. Which they are like our arch enemy anyway. You know, the natural born enemies, of course. So he gonna be the one that came. Like I said, it wasn't Moab that said we need to cut these dudes off, man. Moab wasn't really benefit from that. What would Moab get from us being destroyed? Just what he got now. I mean, that's as far as he can go. But if we were cut off, Esau would benefit the most out of it. So it was this nigga, man. You know, I think that was pretty much fun. You got something?
Yeah, come. It's on Bosom of Sodom 2, in verse 10. Let us oppress the poor.
That started 5.
Come, it's on Bosom of Sodom 2 and 5. For our time is a very shadow.
See, time is a very shadow. So things, we're in a time of desperation with Esau. Because this nigga, he gotta get desperate. Because when you go into this council, they already understand that their time is up. That they gotta look over their shoulder now. Because this message is now coming forth. It's a troublesome message, which entails this man's violent overthrow. You know? So it says their time is a very shadow, but how do they know that? The prophet's telling them that. And you see things happening on the earth. Oh, you see things happening in the heavens as well. But even if the things that happen in the heavens, we don't. Esau don't tell us everything. They might tell us, yeah, this planet's lining up, but they ain't gonna tell them they just have a project over the chariots, man.
There's certain satellites around the world that have been destroyed or decommissioned in the last 2 years.
Come on, man.
You know, that's part of, the Lord revealing himself in the heavens, and Esau not wanting that information to get out.
That's it. So you know, this nigga got spaceships and submarines. You don't think this nigga see shit, man? But that's how this rebellious nigga. That's why he gonna keep the worst ass whooping the ball, man.
Yep.
You know, what you got to watch.
It says, time is a very shadow that passes away, and after our end, there is no return.
So they understand that the triumph of the wicked is shut. They ain't gonna triumph. They ain't gonna have that Mad Max spirit on them, man. But somehow, some way, the phoenix rise from the ashes. That's not about to happen. You got it.
It says, after our end, there is no returning, for it is fast sealed.
Meaning what? It is in the scriptures. You got it.
So that no man cometh again.
So that no man come again, neither will. They're not going to come in power, because he tell you that in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter. The kingdom that's about to come on the scene, what you seeing it now. You know, you see a super team being formed in the midst of your eye right now. You know how we ain't make the playoffs last year, but somehow we got it with 70 wins. And we have in. That's what you seeing now. You seeing the next rulers of the planet Earth. That's it. You know, but it says that we can't. The kingdom's gonna come on the scene, and it's not gonna be left to nobody else. It's gonna break and subdue the other nations, and we're not gonna look over our shoulders. This man know that. So now what's the only thing? He gotta somehow, some way get around that. Continue on, huh?
Come. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things.
Yeah, so they enjoying the good thing. Meaning what? You got these elites, they living it up. But we're in a time now that they ain't got time to do it. They up all night. They trying to get this agenda off the ground. It's not time. It's just like you got a big game. You know, you can't have sex. Oh, even war, dealing with war. You know, you're supposed to be with your women 3 days before, you know, those pleasures are being taken away. Oh, even in that, you start drinking, you drink when you go to war. Drinking that. So you know that's what this devil doing, man. You know, you got it.
Come. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in you.
And that's what they doing. They speedily using us, man. They're using and abusing us, man. Like as in use, like as days of old. Because every time the Edomites in the power, they had any type of opportunity for them to get at us, they was with it, man. When we got out of Egypt, Babylon, anywhere this nigga was down, man. I'll tell you, adversity coming hungry, you gonna find him down first. Even because he was trying to present himself as trying to be a help. He was the one that caused the evils upon you.
Yep.
So you could look for a certain reaction that he wanted. Now he's looking at you drinking the potion.
Yeah.
That's why he came up with the crown.
Yeah.
So he can look at you take that jab. You injecting blue horseshoe crowd blood in you. That's your reaction, man. That's a crazy nigga, man.
Just to see your reaction.
Just see your reaction, man.
Oh, now information come out now. The Americans could have took the jab, and that's what happened.
See? So, hey, man, you don't know Esau, so-called white man is your enemy, man. You gonna have to find out the hard way. Tell you, you're not gonna hit a charmer that's been with a serpent, man. So you see a nigga that's playing with a snake, you gonna encourage the snake to bite that nigga now. Yeah. So that was gonna help to you niggas that trust in this devil, man. Just like oh God.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? What's that cake called again? Star Crunch. She was the same color too. Goddamn Star Crunch. Yeah, Kyle, you got it.
Sirach 13:1.
That's it.
He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith.
So you touch tar, you're gonna be defiled, man. You know? So same thing, you touch a so-called white man, you're gonna be defiled. You're gonna have that tar. You know, you got it.
It says, and he that have fellowship with proud men shall be like unto you.
See, so you fellowship with the devil, you trust in him, you made a covenant with him, you're gonna end up being like this nigga, or it tells you trimming your way to seek love. But ultimately, you're gonna end up suffering the same judgment. You're gonna be like unto him on all levels. Even when it comes down to that destruction, you're gonna be partakers of that as well. You know, but you can go back to that. You got something?
This is Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots?
Woo! And ain't those question marks?
Huh.
So meaning no, man. And a nigga might say, well, you can bleach your skin. Nah, man. He still got melanin though. He still got the melanin though. He ain't changed his skin. But even the leopard, he ain't changed his spot. He can appear that it's changed. No, but it's still, even if you shave with leopard, I guess what those spots gonna come back in the same pattern. You got it?
It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
See, so meaning what? He can't do good.
Can't do
If
good.
an Ethiopian can change his skin, you don't think the wicked can't? Oh, it tells you, what the Lord made crooked can't be made straight. So Esau can't tell you yes or no. You ask that nigga a yes or no question, he'll tell you, well, back in 1942, my father, and he'll give you a story and say no in that way. By saying no.
Beating around the bush.
Yeah, being around the bush, man.
Yeah, right here, like he type of
Yeah. Oh yeah, see? That's right. You ask that nigga a yes or no question, he said, well look, man, see,
Yeah.
back in World War II, my father was a captain of Great Central. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I just asked you yes or no.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta say that and then yes or no.
Yeah.
That's two answers. Like you know how I'm gonna give you a multiple choice. They're the only two answers I want you to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all you need to say.
Yep. But you keep on. Yeah, you got it.
This is Jeremiah.
Yep.
What was
Talking about 13. Oh, you had something else?
Yeah, but I had something.
Okay.
So like Jeremiah 30
Yep.
and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
It said, all that devoured thee shall be devoured. And who devoured us, man? Who capitalized all our downfall? Oh, somebody get Joel 3, it tells you that he had drunk upon my Joseph. I think that's it. So he devoured, that means, because if you eat, let's just say you eat an apple or something, when you devour it, you get the nutrients from, you benefit from devouring that apple.
Yep.
So this devil, he benefited from devouring us. Don't you believe that the so-called white man in America benefited off slavery? You believe that? So the same ones that devoured us and capitalized off, you know, and what you see now, you got people, you got villas and these mansions. Go to Mount Brook and all those, that area back there. That's old money from slavery. So the same one that devour us, they gonna be devoured. You got it?
It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured,
Yep.
and all thine adversaries,
Ooh, adversaries.
every one.
The adversary, the contrary one.
Yep.
That's why you got that's why it's why you call it black versus white. That's two polar opposites.
Yep.
You ain't say green versus yellow, blue versus pink is crazy. You said white versus black. Those are two opposites. That's just like up versus down, left versus right.
That's right.
So that's our adversary. When they talking about adversary, that's talking about the Edomites. They ain't talking about no other nation. They're talking about the Edomites, man.
Yeah.
Because he's the contrary to matter of fact, I'm gonna get Sirach 33 real quick. Because and somebody also get Wisdom of Solomon 15 and verse 7. Get that
I'm going to read this again from the top.
Yeah, come.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee
Yep.
shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them,
All the Edomites.
shall go into captivity.
So all of them going to slavery. You know, all of them, man. It's not like it was a cool Edomite. No, man. It said no, not one that is good. But you get that out.
All right, come on.
This 7. For the potter earth,
So it's Yahawah Bahasham that's fashioning and forming the earth. You know, you got it.
fashioneth every vessel with much labor for our service.
See, so guess what? These vessels, which are the people on the earth, is for a certain service. You got actually the Lord, it tell you he made the wicked. So the wicked have a service. When you go into it in Revelation 6 chapter, it said the Lord gave him a sword to take peace for the earth. So the Lord making a point by giving this devil the power to reign. You know, but it's the Lord that's fashioning the earth of people for certain service. Even with these different kings and rulerships, they had a certain mission to play out during their time of the rule. It ain't like the Persians just ruled and they were just ruling. Certain shit played out during that rulership. Even all the way to the same time here in America. Certain things play out in this rulership. Ultimately, what's going to cap it off is this devil implement that chip. That got to actually happen before he get overthrown. So that's part of his service. You got it, huh?
Yea, of the same clay, he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean use.
Woo! You got it.
And likewise also, all such as serve to the contrary.
That's the adversary right there. But it said of the same law, which is Isaac. The Lord made two vessels for peace uses, which is Jacob. And to the contrary, the toilet seat, Esau. You know? But it like I said, it was the clean service, but the one to the contrary, the adversary to the clean. You know, but get that real quick.
John, Sirach 33, verse 14. It says, good is set against evil, and life against death.
So good is set against evil and life against death. That's saying Jacob versus Esau. That's what it's saying. You got it?
So it's the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
See, so that's the clean versus the contrary. You got it?
So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
See? That's it, man. And you see that now playing out by the way of Jacob and Esau, this war right here, which those are the two main players in the movie. Because those are the two that's going to actually rule the whole planet Earth, not just the territory of the Earth. Amalek was the first one, but now Jacob is going to be the one that show you how to do it. You got something else?
I'm going to figure this out. In Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
See, so guess what? This dude, everything is about to come back upon his own head at the end. Upon his head. It ain't like, see, Joe says, but they're going to die when the missiles come, man. See, you niggas that's actually calling the shots, that's landing on top of these buildings that you don't even wipe your ass. You the one that's going to be giving up for a prey.
Because like if you want the cream of the crop,
that's it.
Like when you go like back in the ancient world, they ain't just get just the regular people. They got their own rules.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how rules you do. And you, for you to show your nobility, you have to have some noble slaves.
Yeah.
Then we gonna have the cream of the crop of Edomites, what the fuck, and these jump six back, child, man. Who was the least of the Morgans, the Rawchaa, the Gettys, man? The guy, like I said, the guys who calling the shots, man.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, who else would you want? It was like, even though you might have a Joseph Fitzpatrick to tell you to do that, but even in that, it had to come from somewhere. You know? Even if Joseph Fitzpatrick gonna be mad at Amalek. Amalek, man, they got a heavy judgment coming upon them. Even because, you know, like how Judah, they caught a lot of heads when they were the head tribe. Amalek, and they ain't just dealing with Israel. You Amalekites go, man, you wake up, his goddamn Temanite, put another mother
Type
stuff, man.
This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
And yeah, the Lord is not mocked, man. So you see these statues, you would see these statues and these different memorials. It's pretty much him commemorating him beating our ass. You know, when you look at these period pieces, these fables, it's showing that this nigga beat our ass. You know what I mean? So, but it said, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Meaning what? It was a point in time you planted those seeds. Now we're in a time where everything has ripened. Now you see Edomites, they benefit out of slavery, but also they're going to actually come back and get their judgment, man. You know? So it was a process. That lets you know it was sowing and reaping. That's not an overnight thing. You know? So now we're in a build up to this man and his destruction now. You know? You got it, right?
It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
And that's why, going back to what Peter, when his first instinct was to get the sword, well, that's what's going to come to Esau. The sword, corruption. You know? And we seeing that now. Corruption deals pretty much goes to like decay, or what do you call it, cankering. Withering away. So we actually seeing that process now, but it's ultimately going to manifest, you know, which is manifesting through these streets and shit, you know, these roadways, these buildings, but it's also going to manifest when this man ultimately gets destroyed. He's going to be fully corrupted. That's why there's going to be a line of confusion. You ain't even know what the damn, because even the water and shit going to be burnt up around the parts of the Pacific Ocean and shit, the Gulf of Mexico, all this shit going to be burnt up, man. You know, but corruption is coming to this place. We're in that process now. You know what you got, man.
It says, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Woo! And that's why I said, no why this word is going to pass away. And this word is abiding in us. So that means, God will, we are going to the end.
Right.
We're going to still be here when the smoke clear the dust out. Because the word is in us.
Yeah.
The Spirit, man. You know? You got something? Yeah.
Joel 3, in verse 3, it says, and they cast lots of my people, and have given a dwell for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine. Joel 3 and 3.
Yep.
If they had cast lots of my people,
And guess what? Through the Spirit, we do that now too, though. We talk about certain Edomites we want, we like, hey, man, I give you 100 cookies, man. You give me Bill Gates for 2 days. We casting lots too now. So this curse is coming back on this devil, and hey, Bill ain't know how bad these curses is, boy. Hey, cause hey, I don't know what it was, you know, when during the winter, when they was casting people out their homes, you had Edomites. They had to, you know how Jacob put that heater under the covers? Esau had to learn that. Boiling water in the morning. See, these guys about to learn how it is to be a Jacob in America pretty soon.
And so Jake used to that shit, man.
You used to boiling water and raw that, you know what I mean? Watching these things shit. These devils gonna have they you know what I mean? They were so used to just hitting the button and this happened. Or doing that. They gonna have to, you know what I mean? They gonna learn about red hots. Who's the new these motherfuckers eating sauce, meat, and everything. You about to be reduced, man. But that's what they have done to others. They cast out people. You know, you got
guns. It's have given a wealth for a heart.
See, and that lets you know, man, this is the same niggas, man, today. And when you just said, I just thought about Joe Biden, man. I can just see this nigga paying top dollar for a little boy, man. Creepy Joe. But that's what they did. That's why, and who else that line up with? That's why you got this thing called, which they went a little boy. What it was it Goodbye Uncle Tom?
Yeah, Goodbye. Yeah.
Come on,
they
man.
They came out with that too.
Goodbye Uncle Tom. Oh, even in that, when they got older, buck breaking. That's associated with the so-called white man.
Nelson.
Woo. The National Associated
National Little Boy Association.
Love Boy Association. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
But that all traced back to the Edomites. You got it.
It says, have given a wolf for a harlot and sold a girl for wine.
So you thought that was a misprint? No. They wanted the boy, and they had the woman cooking. And see, they want the boy in the bed, but the woman in the kitchen, man. You know, you got it.
It says that they might drink. It says, yeah, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? If ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will recompense you upon your own head.
See, and speedily, this is what happened. He said, upon your head. So you Amalekites, that's just because Joseph he's oblivious to what's going on. The justice hit these Amalekites, these elites, because they know what's going on. They looking at the videos, they seeing things happen. They actually rolling the dice that they got it. They hoping when they crash the money, shit go by. They hoping that the people say, you know what, we need to take the test. They hoping that you can comply. You know, these devils have been reduced to hope now. Their pride is being taken away now. Because they can't lie to you. They real self is now being soft. You know, but the Lord is on the speed of recompense upon you, devil, man. And we in the midst of that now, man. And it's gonna get to the time where you ain't gonna ask no questions no more. You're gonna know. Either you're gonna be looking for another rat to catch. You know what I mean? Or you trying to catch your homeboy to chase him down and eat him. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a time where there ain't gonna be no more questions to ask. I don't have no break these scriptures on that. You know? You got it.
I got something. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7.
Yep.
And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Hey, all these curses, hey, they ain't just talking about what was in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. Whatever the Lord said, I'm gonna get your ass, that's gonna come upon you now. Whenever the Lord said, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna get you Israelites. I'm gonna kill you niggas. Now it's gonna go back to you devils.
And we really see it today, man.
Yep, that's it.
Like I said, it's coming on this side, like on Egyptian against the Egyptians. That's that evil against the brother.
That's it. Woo! That's it. Yup, that's heavy right now. Yeah, that's it. You got it,
God, and on them that hate thee was persecuted thee.
and that hate me, why I say that let you know it was really spotlight the Edomites. Because these devils do hate us. I mean, all the other nations hate us. But who hate us the most? Esau, so-called white people. You got it.
What y'all talking about?
We talking about the destruction of America. You believe You will, son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, get what? I mean, all that's just smoke screens, man. See, the thing is, America about to be destroyed. The money about to crash. It's about to be a great famine upon the land. The military, you about to see tanks in the streets. Martial law about to take place. You know, things about to happen. It's not like shit finna just go back to normal. Or even a new normal. Shit finna get worse. Shit finna get bad. Matter of fact, get something real quick. Get Ezekiel 7 and start at 5. Because you see these things going on, every time you hear someone new, it get worse. That's good. That's good. It tells you what to expect to the world. But it says, you got that Ezekiel 7. Okay, you got it.
Got Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold is come.
So our message is evil, and only evil is coming. We ain't telling, I'm gonna be real with you. Ain't no good news on this. If you want to know something, only thing we can tell you is the ministry of doing. A lot of people gonna die. The only way you're gonna be preserved from this, you gotta trust in Yahawashi now. But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter if you believe it or not. These things are gonna happen. You know, hey, that's why going back to Noah, the scriptures outlined in the water, they seeded the mountains. Because you weren't gonna get around that judge. I don't give a fuck you hide out. The Lord gonna get you, man. You got it.
Romans 3.
That's it.
But what a son and not believe.
So yeah, what if you don't want to believe? What if you don't want to hear this message? What if you don't want all hell to break loose? Let's just say, okay, let's just say you don't believe. Let's just say you do believe, but you don't want it to happen. You know what I mean? He probably like, he was like, yeah, I do believe it, but I don't want that to happen. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see the results.
Come. It said, what a son and not believe. Shall that unbelief make the faith of the Most High without death?
See, so do you think the Lord is going to say, you know what, I'm just since Jonathan don't want to believe. Jonathan don't want to believe me, man. I love Jonathan, man. Let's just get them out of here. No, man. Things got to play out. Like what the Lord say, he put his word above his name, man. You know, so when the scripture said only evil is coming, that's what's coming, man. You got it?
It says the Most High forbid.
Meaning hell no, man. You got it?
Yeah, let the Most High be true.
So meaning what? What the scripture say, fuck what I say, it's what the scripture say. You know what I mean? You got it.
It says, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
But every man lies, so meaning what? Fuck what you got in your point of thoughts. It's gonna come to naught. It's in vain. The counsel of the Lord, that's gonna stand. So you don't want all evil to come. You really, there should be something wrong with you if you don't want the destruction to come. Because we actually need the discretion so the place that was sown good can come. We need all hell to break loose. So if you want to stop so-called Jakes from getting shot in the street, you gotta have that discussion to come. For fires to stop being put in your hood, or drugs, or women twerking, anything that's keeping our people down, you need destruction, man. Because that's like that's like a clean swipe. You know what I mean? Instead of you getting in the shower putting the same drawers on, you can put some new ones on. But you gotta have that violent process of washing first. Which this cleansing process is gonna come by the fire. You know, we'll come like this. I see.
This is Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11.
Yep.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
So you refuse to hearken and pull away the shoulder. Because you said pull away the shoulder, that's a sense, bringing a sense of comfort. Well, that's what this word will do. It brings forth comfort. But you like, no. So that's going to compel the Lord to kill you now. But it said you refuse to hearken, meaning what? You acknowledging it, but you said no. Which that's the spirit of the Edomite, right? You got it.
And stop their ears that they should not hear.
And yeah, and you stopping your ears is you even walking off. That's you stopping your ears. Because you don't want to hear it no more. But is that going to stop you? How about you outside from killing you? No, that's actually going to justify it now. Matter of fact, continue on that.
Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
So you niggas are hard-headed and wickedness, man. You got it?
Lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
See, so it was the Lord that pretty much blocked your mind for you from getting this man. You got it?
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
See, so it was written that the Lord was going to bring the wrath, but they had to be justified by the way this message coming forth and you not hearkening to it, man. Continue on. Therefore, so this is a result of you not listening to the message, or you not believing the scoffing.
It says, it is come to pass as he cried.
Oh, so you're gonna be in a position, you're gonna be crying out to Yahawashi outside. You're gonna be in a position when you crying out now. That's why I say in the process of time, this message is gonna show up, it's gonna knock on your door. This message is gonna be up close and personal. Which we hear now. That's why I say, behold, the evil is here. You don't see it. But like I said, it's gonna get to a point. We ain't gonna ask no questions. There ain't gonna be no questions asked back there. You're gonna be looking for something to eat. That's gonna be your only focus. That's gonna be a help, but you're gonna be in a position, you're gonna be crying out though. You're gonna be crying for relief, for deliverance. So it's gonna be a time of danger. You got it.
It says, therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, they would not hear.
Woo!
So they cried, and I would not hear, said the Lord of hosts.
See, so as you see now, crying out, you know, it takes calling to Marcus calling to the fellow. But it's gonna get a time where you're gonna be crying out. It tells we're gonna be dumb. We're gonna give you Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Choose one. You know how the little what's that little thing called? What's it called? You know how I say pick a color.
Yeah.
Not pick a number. Either we gonna tell you we ain't gonna tell you now, or we're gonna give Jeremiah the 15th chapter for you, right? And tell you to pick a number. But that's the result of you not hearkening to this message. You know, that's what's coming upon this planet Earth is all hell. You know, so yeah, man, we just hold you edifying, we give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Bahasham, Qadash.
Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say shalom to the elect that teach word in our true faith. Shalom to the listeners as well. DTA, above. Soon. Cut down like the grass. Soon. It's perfect because of evil.